What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving my review of the Porter Cable drill combo. So I have owned these for, I don't know, maybe 2.5, 3 years now. Bottom of the battery, 2017, so 3 years, and they're in great shape. I have used them more than it looks. I have used them a lot, and they're still in pretty good shape. There's some things that I'll talk about that are starting to go on them, but overall, for basic homeowner use, these things have been amazing. So I'm going to keep this video quick, brief, and I realize that these are 3 years old now. The models that they have out now might be better. Some things that I address might change, but this is an overall wear and tear test. After 3 years, this is how they've held up. So any new unboxing videos aren't going to be able to show you these things. So I will start off with the impact. So it is rated, they claim 1450 inch-pounds, which is about 120 foot-pounds. So not great, obviously. Dewalt, Milwaukee, all those ones are gonna blow this one out of the water. But this is obviously a cheaper brand for a different market, and it does just fine for putting lug nuts onto cars, not torquing them, but drilling in screws. Yeah, I've had no issues with the torque. It's been able to drive 3-inch screws, which is just about all I will ever need. But it's kind of loud. The trigger is one thing that I don't like. It's not a variable speed. So when you start pulling down, it kind of, where it catches is pretty fast. So that's one thing to look at. Whereas I'll go over here to my Milwaukee. If you'll notice, as soon as you start pulling the trigger, it can go super, super slow. Whereas you come back here, pull the trigger, it starts out fast. The drill, same thing. But that's about all I've got. I think these batteries are not what they come with anymore. They come with the red ones, which are 1.4 amp hours. These are 1.1. They do not last very long. Again, they are not keeping up with the Milwaukee or the Dewalts, but they're not trying to. So just know what you're getting into. Don't expect contractor grade equipment from these things, but they will do just about everything you need them to do. So the impact, great. That's pretty much all I use. And the drill, I only use to drill holes, obviously. I've got my countersink bit in here about 99% of the time, and that's about all I ever need it for. I leave it on hammer drill, max power. I'm never limiting the torque on this thing. It's just not what I use it for. So going to the charger is kind of dinky. There's no way to wall mount it, and it just hooks right onto the battery. So I had to make this little stand for it. But it's just a charger, you can't complain too much about that. For the price, that's kind of what you get. So, yeah, after 3 years of use, I highly recommend them. Again, if you're a contractor watching this, do not get these. Get a Dewalt, get a Milwaukee. This is not the market that they're going for. They're going for the homeowner, and for the homeowner, these are perfectly fine. And especially, like I said, now they're probably even better. Yeah, because these ones are 3 years old and they're still performing. One thing about the impact though, here, I'll drive a couple screws in and maybe it'll show. So these are 3-inch drywall screws. Obviously, I know you're not supposed to be using them on wood, but they're cheap and they work perfectly fine. So to get it started, like I said, that variable trigger is non-existent, so it's sometimes a little tough to get them started, but you just kind of have to deal with it. So you'll have that, and then sometimes I'll hear this after a long use. It starts to crackle in there. I just started doing that after 3 years of use, so I would consider that a win. But as you can see, it's kind of different every time, but like I said, for 3-inch screws, that's plenty good, you know? It gets the job done. It's got plenty of torque for that. I wouldn't be putting, 7-inch GRK structure screws in there or anything, but it gets the job done, and that's my review. The drill also countersinks perfectly fine. They're not bad, they're not great, but for the price, I love them. I've been using them for 3 years. I'm gonna be upgrading to a Dewalt as I make this. I'm literally getting them today, but I'm gonna retire these with no harsh feelings, and I'm gonna miss them. But my Dewalt is gonna blow these things out of the water, so maybe I'll do a comparison video of those just to show you what I really mean. But again, my final review, they're good. So I know that this video is not very structured and it was kind of all over the place. Tool reviewing is not exactly my forte, but I really want to get into it because I love tools and I have a lot of them. So I think that I have a lot of tools that I can share with people, tools that people are about to buy, and I have real world homeowner experience. I'm not a contractor or anything, but I'm using them the average amount that most of you guys are going to be using them at. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.